From the supplementary list of the list.
No adjournment on mention. Sorry.
From supplementary list under heading for orders with effect item 1 BA 669 of 2026 file number.
Time till 4th May is granted to the petitioner to remove the surviving defects preemption. If the defects are removed within time, post on 6th.
Item 2 BA 1552 of 2026.
Same one.
Item 3 BA 1751 of 2026.
Same one. Same one.
Item 4 BA 1772 of 2026.
Same one.
Item 5 BA 2347 of 2026.
Same one.
Item 6 BA 7287 of 2026.
Same one.
Under heading for fresh filing, item 7 BA 3086 of 2026.
Asking counsel is not present. He's listed on Monday. Mr. Ankit.
At least request only the matter has been posted. At least request only the matter has been posted.
He's not present.
So what should I do? I will dismiss it.
Maybe this case be taken up on Monday. Due to some personal difficulties, he's not.
Yesterday only he at his request it has been posted for today. What personal difficulty? He should not have asked for.
I've been instructed by. Maybe on Monday.
Who is for the state? The learned counsel for the state is directed to file a counter affidavit in this case and also produce the FSL report in sealed cover. Right? FSL report के कारण proceed नहीं कर रहा है. You are there in this case. You produce the FSL report also. Right? Post on 6th में counter file करिए FSL report.
Item 8 BA 3096 of 2026.
Yes. Earlier it has been rejected, the trial is on. We'll expedite it. Sorry? It has been rejected on merits earlier, isn't it?
Many things have come down after the
Sorry?
Many things have come down after the submission.
Okay. What has come down? What has come down?
The FIR.
When was it rejected earlier? Where is the order of rejection?
7/8/2025.
7/8/20. What has happened after 7/8?
Informant deposition has come in gross revision. Para 43 gross.
So informant has not fully supported the case.
जो EIP हुआ है उसमें FIR में that इसकी जानकारी मेरे पिता पश्चिम बंगाल से आने के बाद भी मिल पाएगी। इसके बाद घर में इन लोगों के द्वारा मां की हत्या कर लूटपाट तथा मां के सोने के कान का बाली, नाक का टॉप्स एवं गले में सोने का मंगलसूत्र बांधी थी, जिसे भी लूट लिया गया और साथ पानी के लिए घर का सारा सामान तितर बितर करते हुए घर में के एक कमरे में लगा दिया गया। वास्तविक रूप से घर के अपराध कर्मियों के द्वारा क्या सामान लूट कर ले जाया गया, इसकी पूरी जानकारी मेरे पिता पश्चिम बंगाल से आने के बाद भी मिल पाएगी। यह घटना सुबह 8:30 से 9:30 के बीच की।
पेज नंबर
EIP परेड में मेरे पिता असरफी प्रसाद को नहीं शामिल किया गया। Just praying that entire case can be
Third, the learned counsel is appealing on behalf of the parties. The learned counsel for the petition submits that the bail application of the petition was rejected in PA number 2660 of 2025 by the order dated 7/8/2025, and there has been subsequent development. He submits that the informant in the FIR has stated that the articles which have been stolen, the details of the articles which have been stolen could be given by his father who had gone to West Bengal. But during his cross-examination, he has stated that in TIP, his father was not included. The learned counsel submits that the statement in the cross-examination demolishes the entire case of the prosecution. The learned counsel for the state has proposed a prayer and has submitted that the matter relates to dacoity and murder, and bail application was rejected on merits, and trial is going on. How many witnesses are to be examined?
total 23 witnesses, only 2 have been.
After hearing the learned counsel for the parties and considering the materials placed on record, it appears that two witnesses, how many witnesses were examined? 2 witnesses were examined as on 22/11/25. Considering the fact that the trial is on, this court is not inclined to enlarge the petition on bail. However, the state is directed to ensure that the remaining witnesses are promptly produced before the court. The counsel for the state is directed to communicate this order to the SP of the concerned district and also to the Director of Prosecutions.
Item 9 DT.18.04.2026.
It has been submitted not under organized crime law, and Krishna has got no criminal antecedent. They are in custody since November. एक के पास मोबाइल रिकवरी एक हुआ, दूसरे के पास कुछ नहीं, खाली मोटरसाइकिल और बात है मोटरसाइकिल जो मिला
First time take up.
Counsel for the state is directed to file counter affidavit along with criminal antecedent before the court. Just let the case diary be called for from the concerned court. Just let the case diary be called for from the concerned court. Post this case on 6th May. 6th May. इसके साथ कौन सा टाइम कर 12 दोनों का कॉमन ऑर्डर कर दूंगी. चलो 6 मई को both the cases are tagged. Akash, both the cases are tagged. You give me appearance. It is tagged 6th May को आ रहा है. आप काउंटर फाइल कर दीजिए.
With regard to antecedent, I have filed notice.
Antecedent?
Yes.
And counter case diary will come from the court.
Item 10 DA.3183 of 2026.
It is should be mandatory list for subject to office shall be valid daily item daily. Allegation is against 3 accused persons, Your Worship, including the petitioner only. May I see FIR? There is a delay of 2 days in lodging the FIR as well.
What do you have to say?
I haven't seen that document.
Please. They tried to molest her and then they ran away. Any antecedent?
No, I stated that.
It's identical.
The only basis I see, my lord, is that the only basis in this judgment is, my lord, that because she has denied from medical and therefore the injuries cannot be ascertained.
Certainly.
But my lord, the injuries are not that serious that it could have been, she would have received irrespective of that fact, my lord.
What do you have to say under similar circumstances?
These
Like both,
three persons, 3-4 persons in a
we have already
gang.
granted bail to one of them. For the learned counsel appearing on behalf of the parties, the learned counsel for the petitioner submits that identically placed petitioner, namely Sangam Kumar Singh, has been enlarged on bail by this court in BA number 2993 of 2026 by the order dated 13/4/2026. The learned counsel for the petitioner has submitted that the learned counsel for the state has opposed the care and has submitted that though the case is similarly situated, but the reason for grant of bail was that she did not agree for medical examination. Where have I mentioned? Where have I mentioned that she did not agree for medical examination? Which place?
It's there.
The
It
medical
is the
examination.
submission of the petitioner.
It is in the submission, but that is not the reason.
Then, my lord, then
After
it's a
hearing the learned counsel for the parties and considering the fact that similarly situated co-accused has been enlarged on bail and also that the petitioner
But what
has
if she would have not denied for that medical? I mean, things are otherwise.
and the petitioner has no criminal antecedent. And although there is an allegation that she suffered certain injuries but she refused for medical examination, and charge sheet has already been submitted, the petitioner is directed to be enlarged on bail.
Appearance review. Item 11 BA.3184 of 2026.
Counsel for the petitioner seeks permission to withdraw this application to dismiss as written.
Signs. Item 13 BA.3201 of 2026.
This has been withdrawn by the coordinate bench.
Tied up for order. Next. Tied up.
Item 14 BA.3202 of 2026.
Your Worship has already grabbed these two cases yesterday, Lord.
Yes. What is the next date? BA number?
3128
BA number
3128 and 3199.
3128 of 26. What is the next date?
That is 13th May.
13th May. Are you sure?
Yes.
Counsel for the petition submits that. दोनों केस है ना?
दोनों केस
13 and 14.
14
अभी
and
serial number.
14 and
Serial number 14 and 15.
it has already
He submits that arising out of the same FIR, Bail of the co-accused being BA number 3128/26 has been directed to be posted on 13th of May 2026, in which case diary has already been called. Tag these two cases with BA number 3128/2026 and post on 13th of May 2026. The learned counsel for the state is directed to file counter affidavit along with criminal antecedent.
Tagging order has already been passed in that case.
Sorry?
These two cases, your lordship has already tagged with that case, but it has been
वो हम
discussed.
कल ऑर्डर थोड़ा मॉडिफाई किए हैं, है ना? अब ये आ गया है, अब उसके साथ
Please.
नेक्स्ट केस भी कॉल करेंगे जरूर, क्योंकि एपीपी आती है दोनों में.
Yes, sir. 14 and 15.
Okay.
Shalendra Tiwari is not one. Please, someone.
You inform him that he has to file a
Yes.
counter.
Item 16, BA 3230/2026.
The trial has concluded. May I comment?
BA number 3230/26. The learned counsel for the petition submits that the trial has already concluded. He wants to withdraw this petition. This is session counsel.
Item 17, BA 3232/2026.
Stage of the trial also, because trial was going on as I have been informed. And I am afraid that only 10 piece of witnesses are yet to be examined. The stage of the trial, like
Only IO is left to be examined, sir. We will expedite your trial. BA number 3232/2026. The learned counsel for the petitioner is present. The bail application of the petitioner was earlier rejected. White. Order dated. White order dated 29/11/2024 in BA number 9902/2024. The learned counsel for the petitioner submits that the petitioner is in custody since.
हम इसलिए हम लोग को बोल रहे हैं
Custody बताइए sir.
कस्टडी वाइज भैया डेट मैंने अगस्त 24 से
August 2024, and therefore the petitioner has
therefore
renewed his prayer for bail. From the perusal of the records of this case, it seems that the only investigating officer of the case was remaining to be examined, as per order dated 19/1/2026. Considering the nature of allegation against the petitioner and the fact that his bail application was rejected on merits earlier, this court is not inclined to enlarge the petitioner on bail. However, the learned counsel for the state is directed to ensure that the remaining witness, who is an official witness, is promptly produced before the court. Next date बताइए. Next date कब है ट्रायल का?
उसका तो एक डेट क्लियर हम खुद से बता सकते हैं तो पहले का है
आप हैं इसमें? Are you there? Yes, madam, you are there. Only IO to be examined. If they provide the next date, you ensure that IO is produced. Right? The learned counsel for the state is directed to communicate this order to the director prosecution and also to the superintendent of police of the concerned district.
30 तारीख को डेट
30 तारीख को date. 30th.
way of last time that too by the letter time.
The next date in the trial is 30/4/2026. Yes, madam, it's your responsibility.
Item 18, BA 3235/2026.
This is the rise of the complaint phase. And petitioner is dismissed.
This is too much of an allegation. Very serious. Father-in-law tried to rape and the husband is trying to compromise. That is the allegation.
That allegation is there. But two things. One FIR has been lost. In the FIR, she has stated another person. And the complaint, para-18, on the same date of offense, she has stated another.
FIR was already lodged.
Yes, FIR was annexed. Two is the FIR was on the same cause of action. And
So two parallel cases are going on.
yes.
How? What is the FIR number?
Yes, it is possible also as per the CRPC provision of 210.
No, the question of filing a complaint case arises only when the FIR is not being taken by the officer or something like that. Generally, right?
Yes.
Generally it is like that.
But in this case, for the
Page number?
it starts from the page number 40.
40.
Yes. 27/11/2023, and the relevant part is 43. And
Where is the complaint petition?
complaint petition starts from page 14. Entire incident of her life has been stated, but relevant is
What is the date of complaint?
or 18 also.
It must have been sent for institution of FIR. It is not a separate case. Give me the two separate case numbers.
No, so this is the complaint case.
That's right. This is the. Where are the inquiry witnesses?
That has not been annexed.
It must have been sent for registering of FIR. Where have you stated that arising out of the same occurrence, two separate cases have been instituted?
Yes. In that para we have stated
Which
in the
paragraph?
petition was
Which paragraph? Where is it mentioned?
yes,
That arising out
yes.
of the same occurrence, two cases, two parallel cases have been instituted.
Para 8 was two male child is gone out from the bedroom of the complainant, and one is in class 10 and another in class 8, and both are residing in the place. Now, before going to the jail, he has admitted them in the hostel for their further study.
Where is the FIR? And let us see the allegation in the FIR.
Allegation for
We'll plead the informant.
I have pleaded notice.
Let notice be issued to the informant through the concerned police station. Counsel for the petitioner is directed to file requisites for service of notice on open number 2. The learned counsel for the state is directed to seek instructions and file affidavit regarding service of notice. Post this case on 13th of May. 13th.
But
Requisite by Tuesday? By Tuesday.
Item 19, BA3236 of 2026.
FIR has been registered under section 351(2), 351(3), 35 BNS and section 12 of POCSO and 66E of the ITA Lordship.
The video etc. has also been seized. The video has been seized.
नो वो शायद पेन ड्राइव सबमिट किए हैं वो इन्फॉर्मेंट, लेकिन वो सब पेन ड्राइव में जो विक्टिम गर्ल है उसके फोन से वीडियो निकाला हुआ है, मेरे फोन से कुछ नहीं निकला है, मेरे फोन
तो उनसे रिकवर हुआ होगा ना, आप ही के फोन से कम्युनिकेशन होगा उसमें।
नहीं, मेरे से नहीं हुआ है लॉर्डशिप। मेन अक्यूज्ड है प्रियांशु और जो दूसरा accused है, दूसरा एक और सीओ
Priyanshu had sent the video to you. Your phone has not been seized.
not sent to me lordship. वो एक और प्रियांकु शिवम है, दो शिवम है इसमें. तो जो दूसरे वाले शिवम सिंह हैं उनके फोन में भेजा गया, मेरे फोन में कुछ भी नहीं भेजा है और मेरे फोन से
Just a moment. The petitioner, the victim is a minor.
17
This is a clear-cut case of young lovebirds falling in love and their relationship has gone wrong. And the petitioner is Shivan Bhumia. And when you look at the
We'll call upon the informant. Informant कौन है?
father is the informant.
You have notice to the informant. The victim is a minor in this case. The state is directed to serve notice upon the informant of the case, who is the father of the victim. The learned counsel for the state is directed to file service report of the notice.
सीडीआर भी मंगा देते लॉर्डशिप, क्योंकि मेरे साथ ना कोई बातचीत नहीं हुई है उसकी, तो वो उसमें निकल जाता. सीडीआर कॉल
Just a minute. Post this case on 13th of May. The state is directed to file counter affidavit in this case, and specifically state as to whether, as to the mobiles which have been seized and the materials collected during investigation in connection with the mobiles.
The lordship, there is one more submission here. In the deposition given to the police by the victim, lordship, that Shubham Bhumia of Shivam Das.
We'll see that later. Yes, एक चीज और है. Petitioner का बोलते मोबाइल सीज नहीं हुआ.
ये मोबाइल से जो है उसमें से कुछ पॉप्सी
What
वीडियो या कॉल
लेकर का मोबाइल या सीज में कोई उपयोग किया गया नहीं होना है.
Date fixed है 13th में.
Item 20 DT.18.04.2026.
उसका सर्विस रिपोर्ट फाइल करना. Victim ने informant. Victim is a minor.
This is a case in which we are seeking bail for case lodged under section 304B, read with section 34 of the IPC.
You are absconded.
Yes, leadership, what has happened, if I may entail
Who are you?
leadership?
How are you related to the victim?
Leadership, I was the Bhutani sister-in-law, had no connection with the matrimonial life of the victim as such leadership. And the prime accused leadership, who was the husband of the victim, he has been acquitted leadership. Leadership, I had already been granted bail by this learned court in the year 2011. That was petition number 1. Petition number 2 had been granted bail by the learned additional session judge also leadership.
When?
In 2008 leadership. In 2015 leadership.
When was the case instituted?
Case was instituted in 2006 leadership.
2006
leadership. It is on the basis of protest complaint. 3/4/2006 leadership.
Very good. All the learned counsel is appearing on behalf of the parties. The learned counsel for the petition submits that the petition number 1 is a sister-in-law
Yes.
of the victim, and petition number 2 is
The daughter of sister.
the daughter of sister-in-law of the victim. He submits that the petitioners have no concern with the matrimonial life of the victim, and they have been falsely implicated in this case. He has further stated that the husband of the victim faced a trial and he has been acquitted. Learned counsel for the state has opposed the prayer and has submitted that the case was instituted as back as in the year 2006, and the petitioner number 1 was enlarged on bail in 2011, and petition number 2 was enlarged on bail in the year 2008, and they violated the conditions of the bail and were declared absconder, and ultimately they were arrested.
They surrendered leadership.
Ultimately they surrendered, and now they are facing the trial. The trial is on, and The trial has already commenced, but out of 6 prosecution witnesses, no one has been examined till 11/3/2026. After hearing the learned counsel for the parties and considering the fact that the petitioners were declared absconded, this court is not inclined to enlarge the petitioners on bail. So far as the acquittal of the husband is concerned, the same has no bearing in the matter, as the petitioner has to be tried, as the petitioners did not participate in the trial. However, the trial has already begun. 2006 का witness कहाँ से आया? Do you understand? What have you done to the case? However, the state is directed to take prompt steps for production of witnesses. The counsel for the state is directed to communicate this order to the SP of the concerned district and director.
Item 21, BA 32/4 of 2026.
Case of on the allegation of the
How many cases of this FIR are there on board? There are a number of cases. This is serial number. ये कौन सा?
21.
I'm just passing an order for
ये
case.
कुंदन है एक
Kundan, Neeraj,
कुंदन
Amar, Gautam, Sanjay, Vikram and Nitesh. अच्छा एक के बाद एक कर लेंगे, ठीक है?
और तो 6 को ही सारा डेटा
हाँ सभी का है, सबका 6 को डेट पड़ रहा है क्या? Counsel for the state is directed to file counter affidavit along with criminal antecedent report of the petition. Let the case ID be called for from the concerned court. इसमें enclosures का जरूरत पड़ेगा, along with the enclosures. Holds this case on 6th May. हो जाएगा 6 तारीख तक?
ये पढ़ा
13? 13.
Item 22, BA 3245 of 2026.
Major 6. Husband ने हमारा allegation है कि I have assaulted my wife. She has got
The learned counsel for the state is directed to me. Is directed to produce a case diary तो जमा हो गया होगा?
first बार
बाहर
हाँ charge sheet has been submitted.
Okay. Let the case diary be called from the concerned court along with the statement of the victim and the injury report. The learned counsel for the state is directed to file a counter affidavit in this case. Most uncertain.
Item 23, BA 3247 of 2026.
Statement of the victim under 183/180.
The second 304B of the RTC laws. The petitioner is the father-in-law of the petitioner.
There is
103.
हाँ 103.
But there are the charges has been submitted lawsuit 304B laws. That has
क्या करें आप तो husband है क्या करें?
नहीं, I am father-in-law.
अच्छा father-in-law.
The disease was taken to the hospital by the petitioner and others lawsuit, and the postmortem report lawsuit. The cause of death is opinion to be pending DESRA examination.
You are for the informant?
No.
You are for the state?
लॉर्डशिप मेरा तो कहना है कि चार्जशीट
किसकी
सबमिट
तरफ से हैं?
हुआ अंडर सेक्शन आई एम ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ द इन्फॉर्मेंट
चार्जशीट किसमें जमा हुआ?
80 में 80 बीएनएस में
Yes.
तो ये तो ज्यादा ही ग्रीवियस हो गया इसमें तो इन्हीं को बर्डन ऑफ प्रूफ है अपन पिटिशनर की प्रूव करे कि हाँ हमारी कैसे है अगर 103 में था तब तो इनका केस अच्छा था लेकिन चार्जशीट सबमिट हुआ है 80 में तो ये तो
कुछ तो एविडेंस है चाहिए नो एक्सटर्नल इंटरनल इंजरी फाउंड अबाउट द बॉडी दैट्स राइट
इनके घर में मरी है
इसमें the onus of proof is absolutely reverse.
Yes, Lordship, but there is some evidence कि बोलते हैं FIR में may I read some line of the FIR, Lordship. Non-fulfillment of motorcycle. Page 15, Lordship. मेरी पुत्री सीता देवी 25 वर्ष relevant portion से पढ़ रहा हूँ. Page 15, just next page का आप आया. कमरा में बंद कर बेरहमी से मारपीट कर घायल कर दिया. उसके बाद ससुराल वाले मेरी पुत्री को इलाज हेतु सदर अस्पताल देवघर पहुंचाया. Now Lordship, the postmortem report has come.
आपके घर में आपकी बहू को मारे
Now the postmortem हम खुद हॉस्पिटल ले गए थे पोस्टमार्टम रिपोर्ट का.
और मले को तो लेके जाएंगे ना कुछ करने के लिए.
फिर हम पोस्टमार्टम रिपोर्ट पे जा रहे हैं. There is no finding of postmortem, Lordship. Diary has not come, but I have diary, Lordship. The postmortem report I have read, Lordship. No external internal injury has been found. Cause of death कहीं नहीं पता चला. दूसरा फिर जब तक उसको भेजा गया till date here. Cause of death.
Learned counsel for the state is directed to file a counter affidavit along with the Vistra report. FSL से report file करिए in seat cover. Let the case diary be called from the concerned court. देखते हैं इंजरी क्या है.
Yes, Lordship. That I have case that is right.
Post on 13th May.
Item 24, DA.18.04.2026.
Earlier, the case was dismissed as withdrawn by the
Tied up.
Item 25, DA.3251 of 2026.
ये तो सेम है अभी इसके साथ. ये जो अभी कौन थी यहाँ पे 3224 का किसने लिया होगा? अरे ये सीरियल नंबर जो साथ में.
हाँ हाँ विनीत जी
आपके लिए है ना मिस्टर विनीत जी. सीरियल नंबर बताइए 3224.
ये लड़के पे 21.
सीरियल नंबर 21 है 3224.
यस 3244.
हाँ 3244 सर. ये क्या नाम है इनका? 3244. कॉमन ऑर्डर करिए सर. कौन सा डेट दिए 3244 में? 13th. You file your counter affidavit along with antecedent report. We have already called for case diary in another case. We are tying it up. इसको टैग करना. Next 13th.
Item 26.
27 also same. 27 में भी same order. सब एक साथ common order प्रॉब्लम.
Item 26, DA.3259 of 2026.
There is an allegation of kidnapping by unknown person in Harassment. In the FIR, the informant is
Call for the case diary from the concerned court. The learned counsel for the state is directed to file counter affidavit in this case. Case diary along with the statement of the victim recorded under section 183 BNS. That should be enough. You file your counter. 13.
Under heading for admission, item 28, PA.12.162 of 2025.
Yes. On pretext of marriage. Both are major. क्या बोलना है? Offence is alleged to have been committed on pretext of marriage. And they are major. क्या बोलना है?
306, 108 BNS fully attracted against the petition.
108 is what?
306 commitment of suicide. Due to this reason, he commits suicide. Even the mother of the deceased also went to house of.
FIR में तो इसमें तो नहीं है. Which a victim died. Yes.
Yes.
Diary is also here.
No, this is only 69 BNS. या कौन सा फाइल है?
Here,
रतन मंडल.
1216.
पोस्टमार्टम दिखाई?
पोस्टमार्टम यूडी केस करता है उसमें.
अच्छा यूडी केस.
Yes, यूडी केस फिर बाद में कन्वर्ट हुआ 306 मतलब 108 BNS और 69 में चार्जशीट सबमिट हुआ.
अच्छा 69 में चार्जशीट.
और इन्हीं के कारण जो है वो सुसाइड की.
Who is this? When does he want? Doesn't time नहीं देंगे. Right? At the request of the counsel for the petitioner, pose this case on Wednesday in the supplementary process.
Item 29, BA 386 of 1936.
FIR has been registered under section 64(2)(m) and POCSO for thereafter.
4 witnesses have been examined as on 3/12/25. 4 witnesses have been examined as on 3/12/25. उसके बाद कितने witness examined?
अभी तक तो नहीं.
उसका कोई witness नहीं examined हुआ.
पेज नंबर 27 में आया है कि अभियुक्त ईसाई धर्म मानने से इनकार किया इसलिए केस कर. अभियुक्त ईसाई धर्म मानने से इनकार किया इसलिए केस. That is very important. And one similar case also filed by the father of the victim earlier into 2022, in which accused has granted by the court below.
Victim is minor.
Minor, 17 years.
Statement is also there, you know. BA number 386 of.
There is a delay also 1 year and a half.
Heard the learned counsel appearing on behalf of the parties. The learned counsel for the petition has submitted that it has come that the petitioner refused to get himself converted into another religion, and therefore the case was filed. He submits that apparently the talks for marriage with the victim was going on. The learned counsel for the state has opposed the prayer and has submitted that victim was a minor. Therefore, there is no question of any marriage. She has also submitted that the trial is going on, and as per the order dated 3/12/2025, 4 out of 11 witnesses were examined. And as per the allegation, the friendship was through Facebook post and the petitioner had raped it. After hearing the learned counsel for the parties and considering the serious nature of the allegation, this court is not inclined to enlarge the petitioner on bail. However, the state is directed to ensure that the remaining witnesses are promptly produced before the court. The counsel for the state is directed to communicate this order to the director of prosecution and SP as a concerned district. अब अपने क्लियरली से
Item 30, BA 631 of 2026.
108 of BNS corresponding to 306 of IPC, 85 corresponding section 498 of IPC, and 80 of BNS, 304 of IPC.
Earlier rejected.
Earlier rejected.
3 witnesses have been examined till
And in 5
13
minutes,
files.
5 minutes, subsequent that I find a supplementary affidavit also. And
5
it's-
witnesses.
and it's
Out of
8 witnesses.
remaining, we will expedite it.
8 minutes can be considered all things.
We will consider. You see, once a case is already rejected on merits,
Yes.
only 3 witnesses. कौन बचा होगा? IO बचा होगा.
Yes.
Medical वाला बचा होगा.
We are stating there that at this stage,
It is always at this stage. We will expedite your turn. We will expedite. Official witnesses तो हमारे कंट्रोल में है ना.
Yes, exactly.
बस आप बताइए नेक्स्ट डेट बताइए आपका विटनेस हाजिर होगा. बताइए कौन सा डेट है?
Yesterday on last date was next for 2nd of May. So I'm not sure.
You are not sure, right? So witness will be produced. Don't worry about it. आप करेंगे ना witness produce? देखिए ये भी बोल रहे हैं.
I will kindly permitted to place my case notes. At least 5 witnesses have been examined.
Witness को आप एक बात बताइए.
Yes.
Witness को appreciate करते हैं. हम यहाँ कितना सब hostile हो गए witnesses.
5 में से 1 जो hostile हो गए. हमारा जो हमला सबमिशन है मैंने आपसे काइंड कंसीडरेशन में कि 108 भी है. अबेटमेंट में सुसाइड में भी चार्ज फ्रेम किए हैं और डॉरी डेथ में भी चार्ज फ्रेम किए हैं. एक्सपर्ट ओपिनियन है, एक्सपर्ट हैज ओपाइंड कि he has committed suicide by death, suicidal strangulation, suicidal in nature. ये है और that has been corroborated by the prosecution.
304B में.
Yes sir.
Within 7 years है?
Yes sir. नहीं बहुत केसेस ना.
Just a moment. Within 7 years है ना?
Yes sir.
304B में if the lady commits suicide, so 304B is not attracted.
No, it will get attracted, but abatement to suicide is also there.
Alternative charge तो बनता ही है. कौन सा नया बात है ये?
No, I admit, in both cases, focus lies on me. So far as matter of burden of proof is concerned, in 117 BSA and 118 BSA.
BA number 631. You have done your work. BA number 631 of 2026. Heard the learned counsels appearing on behalf of the parties. The bail application of the petitioner was rejected earlier in BA number 10765 of 2024 on 11/3/2025. The learned counsel for the petitioner has submitted that till now 5 out of 8 witnesses have been examined and 1 of the witness has turned hostile.
Out of 5.
Out of 5.
Yes.
The charge was framed as back as on 7/5/2025. It is not in dispute that the petitioner is the husband and death had occurred in the matrimonial home of the victim within 7 years of marriage. The petitioner is in, he submits that the petitioner is in custody since 18/7/2024 and therefore the petitioner has renewed the prayer for bail. The learned counsel for the state has opposed the prayer and has submitted that apparently only 3 witnesses are yet to be examined and most of them must be official witnesses. After hearing the learned counsel for the parties and considering the fact that the bail application of the petitioner was rejected earlier on merits, this court is not inclined to, and the trial is on, this court is not inclined to enlarge the petition on bail. The state is directed to ensure that the remaining 3 witnesses are promptly examined before the court, are promptly produced before the court for examination. The counsel for the state is directed to communicate this order to the superintendent of police of the concerned district and to direct the prosecution to enter compliance.
Item 31, BA 837 of 2026.
Simply placed and out of 225 160 for a statement include para 43. Complaint and 164 are similar.
Counsel for the petitioner seeks a remand. The counsel for the state has produced a case diary. Along with it contains a statement of the victim recorded under section 164. Yes, for Dr. Please. Which is kept on the record.
I can file it on
ये हम लोग कर रहे हैं. अच्छा आपके पास में? अच्छा, the learned counsel for the state has referred to the case diary and has submitted that the statement of the victim has been recorded in paragraph 43 of the case diary, who has supported the prosecution case. Since the petitioner is seeking adjournment, post this case on Tuesday in the supplementary list.
Item 32, DA.18.04.2026.
The last time case diary was called for.
Case diary just Monday को कर दिया.
कुछ लोगों का हुआ है रिजेक्ट ऑर्डर देते हैं बट whether there is any transaction or not अगर ये बताना.
Transaction है मतलब चार्जशीट प्लॉटिंग there are 7 victims who have made complaint of transactions.
4 to officially has already been.
There are 7 और इनका बैंक अकाउंट जो पाया गया है वो फ्रीज किया गया है उसकी ट्रांजैक्शंस एंड कंप्लेंट की ट्रांजैक्शन
सबका तो वही क्या रिजेक्ट.
हम इसी
स्पेसिफिकली अनिल मन्ना का अकाउंट से देव भगत के अकाउंट में 10,000 का हुआ था जिसके लिए कंप्लेंट हुआ था और अकाउंट फ्रीज.
Heard the learned counsel appearing on behalf of the parties. The learned counsel for the petition submits that the petitioner is in custody since
3/8/25. Charge sheet has been
3/8/25 and charge sheet has already been submitted. The learned counsel for the state has opposed the prayer and has submitted that
There are 7 complaints of cyber fraud.
there are several complaints of cyber fraud against the petitioner.
Bank account of the freeze.
And the bank account has also been frozen. He has also submitted that case of the co-accused, namely Manik Bhagat, Chiranjeet Bhagat, and
Manthan Bhagat and Kitesh
Manthan Bhagat and Kitesh Bhagat have been rejected by common order by coordinate bench of this court on 25 to 2026. And after hearing the learned counsel for the parties and considering the direct allegation against the petitioner, whereby cyber fraud has been committed, has been alleged to have been committed, and bail application of the co-accused having been rejected, this court is not inclined to enlarge the petition on bail against
कुछ ऑब्जर्वेशन है इस पर ऐड करता है 21 years का है स्टूडेंट कोई एक्सीडेंट नहीं.
अब तो इन्वेस्टिगेशन कंप्लीट है.
हाँ चार्जशीट हो गया है चार्ज फ्रेम भी हुआ है.
हो सकता है कुछ एक्सीडेंट. At this counsel for the petitioner has submitted that petitioner is a student aged 21 years. Appropriate observation may be made to expedite the trial. The learned counsel for the state is directed to ensure that the witnesses are promptly produced as and when the trial commences.
नहीं अभी तो चार्ज फ्रेम नहीं हुआ.
Okay. As and when the trial commences. As and when the trial commences. The counsel for the state is directed to communicate this order to SP and direct to SP.
Item 33, DA.1041 of 2026.
Died under suspicious circumstances. She alleged that she had been living with the ETC last 2 years, and on 10/9/2025, informed that daughter is admitted with lifeline hospital. In the course of treatment, she died.
What is the postmortem report? FSL report कहाँ है आपका? आगे. And who are you? You are the?
Well, I am Vijay Rodia.
What is your relationship?
No relationship. Parliament himself said that without marriage she was living.
Without marriage, she was living with him. So live-in relationship.
लिव इन रिलेशन भी नहीं है कि वो पढ़ रही थी वहाँ से क्लास 2 में पढ़ रही थी मेमोरियल स्कूल.
And she was living with him. She was minor?
No, 19 years. FIR में भी आया.
But witnesses have stated कि
Independent witness है categorically stated.
She was found dead in your house?
No, she was in the.
Taken to the hospital from your house?
Yes, it has come. ये 12/27/28 में ये independent witness जो पड़ोसी है खुद बोल रही थी she was deeply acute pain, stomach. She was referred to the she was sent to the lifeline. And no injury, nothing.
But in the other day, they have also heard the sound of the firing also.
What is the cause of death?
Cause of death is not a certain. It is also FC के लिए FSL में भेजा गया. FSL का रिपोर्ट भी आया हुआ है. कोई इंजरी वगैरह कुछ नहीं है. ये बोल रहे हैं कि मारे हैं, एलिगेशन है कि मार.
Postmortem report में क्या है? What is there in the postmortem report?
केसरी का लास्ट पेज में आया.
Last page में तो FSL report है.
पोस्टमार्टम रिपोर्ट.
Postmortem report?
सिंगल केस डायरी कॉल पे ये इसमें क्या है मतलब कि इसमें ओपिनियन रिजल्ट टिल एफएसएल रिपोर्ट अराइव्स.
Any injury?
कोई इंजरी नहीं.
दोनों कान से खून निकल जाता बोल रहे हैं. Bleeding from ear. Bleeding from ear. This is what they are saying.
Independent witness paragraph 27 and 28 में कंटिन्यू. हॉस्पिटल ले जाने का कारण उसी है.
दिनांक 9/9/25 को रात में घर में घुसे थे तो अचानक विजय रौतिया के घर से चिल्लाने की आवाज़ सुनी. आवाज़ सुनकर जब आप पहुंचे तो पता चला कि जयंती कुमारी के पेट में अचानक काफ़ी दर्द हो रहा है, जिसके कारण वह चिल्ला रही थी एवं दर्द के कारण बढ़ा रही थी. मैडम क्या बोली?
But इसमें तो independent witnesses तो support कर रहे हैं. They have
तो
stated.
cause of death ही नहीं पता चल रहा है.
That is.
Cause of death FSL में नहीं है. Cause of death आपके postmortem में नहीं है. She was independent witness was nobody has seen them hitting.
They have not seen, but also they have heard the sound of fighting and whatever the blood has come from the they have stated.
No, that is there only and what they are saying कि कान से खून निकल रहा था, but it has not come in the postmortem.
That is not.
Maybe that she was taken in the hospital उस वक्त साफ आप हो गया. This is also quite possible because she died in the hospital. खून बहने का निशान था, तथा चोट का निशान भी था, इस पर बैंडेज चिपकाया था. कब से आप कस्टडी में हैं?
बारह 9/25.
कौन कौन इंडिपेंडेंट विटनेस कान से खून और उसकी बात कर रहे हैं?
That is Kerala 28, 22nd and 28. That has been included.
27 Seema Devi, right? Who is she?
27.
Who is? Where is the informant? What is the name of the informant?
Name of the informant is Bandhan Munda. सत्ताईस 28 में कोई काम के बारे में कुछ
And who are the independent witnesses who have said?
यही है साक्षी सीमा देवी एंड साक्षी प्रसन्न रोकिया.
Prahlad Munda. Prahlad Munda is the informant. No.
Bandhan Munda.
Bandhan Munda. Who is Prahlad Munda? Brother, who reached there subsequently. The independent witnesses are
सीमा देवी उम्र 40 वर्ष. साक्षी प्रसन्न रोकिया उम्र 65 वर्ष.
ये तो एक परमानंद साक्षी परमानंद has also said independent witnesses have said that there was bleeding from her ear. It is already there. Permanent and Jaduvir also. He has also seen bleeding from the ear. She was taken to the hospital. और उसके बाद पोस्टमार्टम के समय नहीं रहा होगा ब्लीडिंग बिकॉज शी वाज ट्रीटेड इन द हॉस्पिटल. नो
नहीं तो ये लोग तो डेथ के बाद ही गए. उनका फादर को जब इन्फॉर्मेशन हुआ तो वो भी डेथ जाके हॉस्पिटल में डेथ देख गए. ये सब कहानी बनाते हैं.
आदमी मरा कि नहीं वो भी कहानी है.
तुम्हारा लेकिन कोई कारण
से कहानी का बात मत करो.
कारण जो बोल रहे हैं वो
Heard the learned counsel appearing on behalf of the parties. The learned counsel for the petitioner has submitted that the petitioner never married the victim. Even as per the FIR, the petitioner was living with the victim in live-in relationship. Correct? Live-in relationship हुआ ना? Without marriage. As per the FIR,
बिना शादी का रहा है.
The learned counsel submits that the victim was on the date of occurrence, the victim was, that is on the date of occurrence, the victim was suffering from acute pain in the stomach, and ultimately when she was taken to hospital, she died in the hospital. The learned counsel has referred to the FSC report and also to the postmortem report and has submitted that no external injury has been found and no death of, no poison etc. has been found in the viscera report. The learned counsel has submitted that the cause of death could not be ascertained. The learned counsel for the state has opposed the prayer and has submitted that the statement of the two independent witnesses has been recorded in the case diary, who reached the place of occurrence at the house of the petitioner when they had seen the victim. They reached the place of occurrence upon raising of alarm by the victim, and they had seen the victim crying with pain, and they had also seen that blood was oozing out from the ears of the victim. The learned counsel has submitted that since the victim was taken to the hospital where she ultimately died, the blood might not have reflected in the postmortem report. After hearing the learned counsel for the parties and considering the fact that the petitioner, that the victim in a state of severe pain was taken to the hospital from the house of the petitioner, and the eyewitnesses have stated that they had found blood oozing out from her ears. This court is not inclined to enlarge the petitioner on bail hence rejected. ये जो पैराग्राफ
27 और 28
इन लोगों ने नहीं देखा। ये जो आपका ये सीमा देवी
के बारे में तो बोल सीमा देवी क्या बोली है पढ़ देते हैं। उन्होंने बयान में बताया कि विजय रोतिया
घर में थे, अचानक विजय रोतिया के घर से चिल्लाने की आवाज आई।
उसके बाद
आवाज सुनकर जब पहुंचे तो पूछे, पता चला जयंती कुमारी के पेट में अचानक काफी दर्द हुआ,
जिस कारण से चिल्ला रहे, जिससे तुरंत इलाज हेतु लाइफ लाइन हॉस्पिटल चैनपुर ले जाया गया। बाद में पता चला कि जयंती कुमारी की इलाज के दौरान मृत्यु हो गई। इतने ही बात
जस्ट
और 28 में भी
नहीं, इनका जो स्टेटमेंट है, ये जो लेडी की है, दिस बंदी देवी, कुछ बंदी देवी,
बंदी देवी, अच्छी बंदी देवी ये इंफॉर्मेंट की वाइफ है। इनको तो ये पहुंचे ही हैं डेथ के बाद।
अच्छा, पुत्री के मृत शरीर से दोनों कानों से खून बहा।
एफआईआर में भी है कि खबर आया, हम गए तो
ऐसे
हॉस्पिटल में
ऐसे लिखे, the learned counsel for the opposite party state has submitted that the witnesses had reached the house of the petitioner, and where they found that the victim was in acute pain, suffering from pain in the stomach. However, they had reached upon hearing alarm from the victim. It is not in dispute that the cause of death of the victim could not be ascertained. क्या स्टेज है अभी? Considering the fact that the cause of death could not be ascertained, the petition is directed to be enlarged.
Item 34, BA 1111 of 2026.
The section 109 and 76 is non-legal section. 109 is corresponding to section of 307 and 76 is 354 of Indian Code. This is short FIR is page number 14. It has been victim and alleged that she has taken engaged the vehicle of the petitioner, which is a Toto, that is open vehicle, battery auto, that is known as Toto. They engaged to go to Bindu, which is her house. And in the meantime, while she was crossing the Namkung, then he said that he has tried to molest her and has assaulted her and tried to commit rape. In the meantime, villagers came and got over to call the police, and the police came and there were higher arrests. He was handed over to the police. This is the story has been given by the so far this lady, so far it is not in dispute that they were engaged, but the allegation is that
did she suffer injury?
My simple injury.
No, whatever be it, but she suffered injury.
Yes, simple injury.
Simple or major, but she suffered injury.
There was there are two
bleeding injury on her head.
No such injury. No bleeding. No, there is no bleeding injury. Only a simple injury on some part on the body, some part on the.
Some private part.
No, not private.
Okay. Injury report कहाँ है?
This para 37. 37.
Appellate किस है? उनका 183 का स्टेटमेंट?
183
नहीं है।
180 में जो बोली वो है।
आपको केस डायरी दीजिए। The counsel for the state has submitted the case diary to the court. Call for the statement of the victim recorded under section 183 BNSS from the concerned court. Post on 6th of May. Complete. 6th. Along with the stage of the gas stage.
चाची को लड़की ट्रेसेबल ही नहीं होगा जब से कि ये लोग खोज रहे हैं नोटिस
State of the case.
Last time notice was sent, then they had gone to the address which has been given, that is wrong. The parentage address is wrong. Girl is not in her house.
Okay, exactly. Victim is the informant.
Victim is the informant. Major.
Just a moment. The state is directed to serve notice upon the victim.
They have filed. They tried. They have filed.
You have to go to them.
They have tried.
You have served. You
no,
do not serve.
She is not traceable.
She is not traceable. उनके भाई की वाइफ को हस्बैंड का भी डेथ हो गया, बेटे का भी डेथ हो गया,
2-3 साल से घर पे नहीं आते।
ठीक है देखते
ठीक।
Item 35, 1112 of 2026.
The learned counsel for the petition seeks agreement. Earlier rejected this. post in the supplementary process on Tuesday. Post this case on 15th of May. Okay. At the request of the council for the petition, post on 15th. No problem. On 15th, it's open.
Item 36, DA.18.04.2026.
The co-accused का bill कब है? Sorry? This number of co-accused persons are being in. Yes. What happened to them? Post this case on 6th of May. 25. Council for the state is directed to file counter affidavit along with antecedent. Counter file antecedent है? लिखे हैं? Have you mentioned about the antecedent? Or there is no antecedent? आपके पास भी फाइल नहीं है? आप सैटरडे मना रहे हैं? फाइल भी सैटरडे मना रहे हैं?
एक्चुअली ये बदला मैम का है तो साइन हुआ है मंडे फाइल एक्चुअली नहीं पास
Have you stated that there is no? Okay, fine. Okay, at the request of the council for the petitioner, post this case on Tuesday in supplementary list. आज आपको बेल चाहिए नहीं तो कोई बात नहीं। जहाँ जिसका दाना पानी जितना दिन लिखा है ना दिन उसको कोई कुछ नहीं कर सकता इसमें।
Item 37, DA.146.2026.
I was earlier brought into section 103.238 and 35 of the BS. Marital permits me to read the apparently happened at least. Page 24 was a little lengthy.
Report for the case study?
Yes, no, madam. The diary has been not issued. Notice was issued to the MP to Marital, but diary has not been recorded on the last night. Diary was not recorded, so notice was issued to the MP.
Let the case study be called for from the concerned court, along with the postmortem report. Post on, and also the stage of the case. What is the stage of the case?
Charge has been framed against the petitioner.
And also the stage of the case. Post on 13.
Right.
Item 38, BA.1611 of 2026.
Successive complaint by prosecutors. This is the second FIR. The first is annexure 2 at page 22. Similar identical allegation. Thereafter, she has withdrawn that complaint, and after 2 days, she has filed this FIR. And both are the neighbors. There is no medical evidence of any sexual assault.
The complaint case was withdrawn, Your Worship, for the reason that the complaint case was kept on essay for like last 6 months, Your Worship. कुछ एक्शन लिया नहीं गया इसलिए इसको
But say complaint case का withdrawal की कोई relevance नहीं है. Time हो residue काटा लगता है क्या?
For successive complaint is barred.
Who says successive complaint is barred?
Similar identical.
Is it barred? Residue काटा criminal case में नहीं लगता, आपको नहीं मालूम है? Residue काटा is only for civil
But
cases.
it's maybe cause from
Complaint
the
case was
it may be
withdrawn.
cause from that ground itself.
That's right. No, complaint case normally Normally in these kind of cases, people go to the police station and then they file a complaint case that police is not registering. If the case is filed earlier and it is withdrawn without any essay also, that is of no relevance. Complaint without essay is of no relevance. It has got no relevance.
I'm just pointing out the bona fide of the.
That's right. We are looking at your bona fide.
Bona fide of that prosecutrix also.
She filed complaint case.
She filed complaint case.
When essay was not registered,
Yes.
she has withdrawn the complaint case.
Before.
And then immediately file the FIR.
After 2 days.
After.
In my paragraph 11, I have specifically mentioned that she has taken 2,25,000.
For what?
No, for withdrawing that complaint.
So you paid?
I have paid.
Very good.
Because I was being harassed by that.
Very good. You have paid 2,50,000. 2,25,000 as bribe.
No, not as a bribe.
Then
as
what?
a matter of operation by that prosecutrix as a way of extortion.
So you paid her the money for withdrawal?
No. I was subject to the harassment and due to the false implication, I have no option left rather to pay. Thereafter she has withdrawn the application, then after she has filed this complaint.
Para number?
Para number 11.
Read it.
Matter of the fact, the informant has borrowed a sum of petitioner of family name when petitioner demanded the payment. To escape the liability, filed a false case complaint after the petitioner secured.
Paid her by check? Cash.
No. I have instruction that it is an account paid, but I didn't get the documents. That's why. If they didn't get it, they may file a counter affidavit denying.
Not required. FIR पड़ी. FIR.
निवेदन पूर्वक कहना है कि मैं सर्च एंड सर्च करी सर्च एंड सर्च पता सर्च एंड सर्च जिला निवासी में आगे मेरी शादी सर कहना है कि सन 2013 में मेरी शादी सर्च एंड सर्च से करीबन हुई थी। मैं सर्च एंड सर्च के रहने साथ में रहती हूँ। सामाजिक रीति रिवाज से अनुसार हुई थी। शादी के बाद मैं अपनी ससुराल में रहती थी। मेरे पति ड्राइवर पेशे से ड्राइवर होने के कारण घर नहीं आते थे। मैं अपने 3 बच्चों के बाद घर में रहती थी। मेरे पड़ोसी मोहम्मद कृष्ण उम्र करीब 25 साल पिता सचिन सच के जानों जीतकर हमेशा मेरे साथ गलत नियत रखते हुए छेड़छाड़ करता था। मेरे द्वारा विरोध करने पर मुझे गंदी गाली गलौज तथा मारपीट करता था एवं जान मारने की धमकी देता था। वो मुझे फोन पे परेशान भी करता था। इस संबंध में 2023 में लिखित सूचना दी गई थी एवं वो जमानत पर रिहा हो गया।
उस केस में एक्यूटल हो गया आपका?
केसी नहीं वो केसी नहीं है भाई।
थाना में बुलाकर ये लोग
केसी नहीं है।
कंप्रोमाइज करके थाना भेज दिया।
शी वेंट टू पुलिस स्टेशन, वहां पे उनको सप्रेस करते हैं, फिर बोलते हैं उसके बाद केस नहीं फाइल हुआ उस समय में। इसके बावजूद वो बार-बार मेरे साथ छेड़छाड़ करता रहता, किंतु दिनांक 6/5/2024 को करीब 5 बजे जब मेरे पति घर पर नहीं थे तब रतुला में घर घुसकर बुरी नीयत से मेरे साथ छेड़छाड़ करने लगा। मेरे द्वारा विरोध करने पर मेरे साथ मारपीट करने लगा। चाकू की भैया दिखाकर जबरदस्ती में करवाकर मेरे पटक कर मुझे धमकी दी कि मुझे जान से करना है करने दो। So I just want to place that irrespective of the complaint has been withdrawn, why she has not mentioned in her FIR that earlier also she has filed a complaint which has been withdrawn due to this reason and thereafter she has filed this FIR. Nowhere she has written in the entire FIR. Even in the 2013, she was gone to 2020. She gone to the police station, and since 2013, they were known to each other. And there is no trace of any medical evidence that she was subject to any sexual assault. No independent. This is a purely dispute between 2 neighbors resulting to this FIR.
कोई land dispute चल रहा है?
Mostly the trivial disputes occur in a very big scenario when the two neighbors generally fight
Two neighbors are always in fighting terms.
In the always in fighting terms, but the issue was trivial. Later on, it get might. That's what has happened in past also.
आपको क्या बोलना है?
जेल से फोन आते जाता है धमकी की जेल से निकले थे पड़ोसी ही हैं ये करते हैं उनकी बराबर किसी न किसी के थ्रू फोन आते रहते हैं
These usually often the bills. In 2014 also, when 376 case is there in this antecedent.
Antecedent of 376.
Yes, 2014.
I have to verify.
He has stated there is no evidence.
No, I have stated that no criminal, but I have to verify for that.
What do you don't need to verify? She's saying.
Diary.
कहाँ है? Or the learned counsels appearing on behalf of the parties. Not required.
Just to verify. Just to verify that who has filed that complaint.
We'll see. Or the learned counsels appearing on behalf of the parties. The learned counsel for the petitioner has after some arguments when this court was not inclined to enlarge the petitioner on bail, the counsel for the petitioner seeks permission to withdraw this application. Accordingly, this application was dismissed.
Liberty
का काम नहीं है.
Item 39 DA1795 of 2026.
registered in the section 115, 85, 89, 126, 303, 351, 352 of the BNS. Now, your leadership, the case of the prosecution is that the petitioner and the informant had met on an extortion at one Instagram, from where they had fallen into a relationship which turned into a love, then they married, and then she has leveled a charge of miscarriage without consent. Now, if you will see your lordship,
What is the date of marriage?
date of marriage is 22nd January 25, and the date of abortion is 2nd January. Miscarriage is 2nd January 25. Now, leadership, if you will see to annexure 3 of the bail application, where before the registration of this FIR leadership, I had filed an original suit pertaining for the nudity of marriage under section 12 of the HMA. It's in the running page of
Your bail application was earlier rejected. ABA was rejected.
yeah, it was ABA rejected. And I had voluntarily surrendered.
Page number?
It's in the running page number 27, annexure 3.
What is it?
Your Lordship, this is the original suit which was filed by me.
From where do I get that this is the original suit? Original suit for what purpose? How do we know?
For the
this?
nudity of marriage already, sir.
Where is it mentioned?
Your Lordship, it is mentioned in the paragraph 9 of the bill.
You have filed, you have not even annexed your petition.
No, finished.
The petition for nullity of marriage is
No,
annexed.
no, the petition for nullity of marriage has not been annexed. But I have mentioned this in the paragraph 9. Then, your ladyship, this FIR was registered. Kindly just note the date of ladyship for the nullity of marriage. It was registered on 15th of April. Ladyship. Now, if you will look at the FIR,
Notice was issued.
Yes,
Notice was issued.
I am very. Acha, put that case.
When was the notice issued?
your ladyship, notice was issued. Notice was issued, your ladyship.
When?
Not issued, not issued.
Not issued.
Yeah. Notice was not issued, your ladyship.
Then she filed your case. The case when?
She filed the case on 6th of May. She registered the FIR on 6th of May.
After receiving notice, because notice was not issued.
notice was not issued.
Then how does she know?
That has been given in the
And how
examination.
does she know?
We'll come to that information.
Read the FIR.
Yeah, sure. मैं वैशाली कुमारी.
Page number?
It's on the page, running page number 33.
Yes.
And the type copy is also there.
Yes, yes, read.
महाशय मेरी और अमित रंजन की दोस्ती इंस्टाग्राम के मध्य से मार्च 2024 में हुई थी. फिर कुछ दिनों के बाद दोस्ती प्यार में बदल गई और उस बीच अमित रंजन ने मुझे विश्वास दिलाया कि वह मुझसे शादी करेंगे और फिर शादी के पहले मेरे साथ बहुत बार संबंध बनाया था, जिसके कारण मैं गर्भवती हो गई. मुझे ठीक नहीं लग रहा था और मेरा पीरियड बंद हो गया था, तो मैंने प्रेगनेंसी ट्रैक किट अमित रंजन से मंगवाया. जब मैंने चेक करने पर मुझे पता चला कि मैं गर्भवती हो गई हूँ. मैंने फिर इसकी जानकारी अमित रंजन को दिया, जो अमित रंजन ने कहा कि तुम इसके बारे में किसी को मत बताना. मैं पंचायत मध्य बागबेड़ा वार्ड क्रमांक 10 का सदस्य हूँ. मैं तुमसे शादी करूंगा. दिनांक 18/12/2024 से 21/12/2024 तक हम दोनों मंदारमनी में थे. मंदारमनी से आने के बाद मुझे अमित रंजन घर लेकर गया और कहने लगा, जो बच्चा तुम्हारे पेट में पल रहा है उसे मारो. मैं तुमसे शादी करूंगी. उसके बाद जबरदस्ती अपने पिता अविनाश कुमार और अपने घर वालों के साथ मिलकर मुझे बच्चे मारने वाला दवाई जबरदस्ती खिलाया. जब मैं रोने लगी तो कहा कि तुम दोनों की शादी जल्दी कर दूंगा और मेरे घर में पल रहा बच्चा को मार दिया. और फिर अमित रंजन शादी से आनाकानी करने लगा. मैंने कहा, अगर तुम मुझसे शादी नहीं करोगी तो मैं पुलिस को सबको बता दूंगी कि तुमने घर में पल रहे बच्चों को मारा है. तब अमित रंजन ने कहे अनुसार 1 लाख रुपए नगद और सोने का चेन और सोने की अंगूठी मेरे परिवार के लोगों ने अमित रंजन को दिया था. उसके बाद अमित रंजन ने दिनांक 22/1/2025 को मुझसे शादी किया और उसके बाद मैं अपने ससुराल चली गई. बागबेड़ा रामनगर नियर बजरंगबली मंदिर दिस और पति पत्नी की तरह रहने लगी. उसी दौरान अमित रंजन ने अपने दोस्तों को बागबेड़ा वाले घर में हमेशा बुलाता था. आकाश, नीरज, अभिषेक और वह सभी साथ घर बैठकर दारू पीते थे और अपने दोस्तों के साथ शारीरिक संबंध बनाने को कहता था और मेरे विरुद्ध करने पर मारपीट करता था और मुझे मेरे घर वालों से पैसे मांगने के लिए दबाव बनाता था और स्टूडियो में बड़े बड़े कैमरे खरीदने के लिए पैसा मांग करता था. मैं अपने घर वालों से कई बार पैसा मांग करके फिर कुछ दिनों ठीक रहता था, पैसा मांग करता था और बार बार मेरे साथ मारपीट करता था. घर से निकलने देता था और अपने पूर्व प्रेमिका प्रियंका से शादी करने की धमकी देता है और कहता है कि अपने घर वालों से 2 लाख रुपए नगद नहीं मांगी तो मैं प्रियंका से शादी कर लूंगा. तब मैंने अमित के पिता को बोला कि अमित पैसे की मांग कर रहा है, तो उसके पिता अविनाश कुमार ने कहा, 2 लाख दो नहीं तो तुम मेरे घर से भाग. अमित रंजन और उसके पिता ने दिनांक 30/1/2025 को मुझे मारपीट कर घर से निकाल दिया. Kindly let's highlight this because this will come in the cross examination. This line of 30th January 25 को मुझे मारपीट कर घर से निकाल दिया और कहा, पैसा लेकर आओगी तो घर आना, नहीं तो घर मत आना. इससे पहले भी मेरे परिवार के लोगों ने कई बार अमित रंजन एवं उसके घर वालों को पैसे दिए और फिर कुछ दिनों के बाद मैंने अपने पति अमित को फोन किया कि कब तक अपनी माँ के घर पर रहूंगी, तुम्हें जो पैसे चाहिए देने के लिए मैं तैयार हूँ, तुम मुझे घर लेकर चलो. तुम्हें अमित रंजन ने कहा कि तुम्हें कदमा के भाड़े के मकान में अलग रखूंगा. फिर अमित रंजन ने दिनांक 14/2/2025 को कदमा के भाड़े. Now I read it. Kindly come to Annexure 5, running page 39. The informant is the habitual offender of leadership as because prior to this case, one more case was registered against a person namely Bhavesh Jha, where he got the bail from this Honorable High Court itself. The nature of that case was leadership. He was bailed.
Informant is an habitual offender.
Yeah, maybe she has a habit of filing cases on
Habit of filing cases.
Yeah, habit of filing cases for extortion of money. Now, I just want to show that kindly see the para 2nd of the bail application of Annexure 5 running page 39. The petitioner moved this under section 323-376. The basic ingredient in both the FIR which is making difference is he didn't marry the petitioner, so he got framed under 376. He married the petitioner, he married the informant, he got framed under 18. Now I read it one more. Conduct of the informant in the whole case. The FIR was registered on both the parties, which is one petitioner and his father. Father got anticipatory bail from the lower court itself. 24 June 25.
Yes.
My bail was denied anticipatory. I moved to High Court. My bail was again rejected before the Honorable High Court. So kindly come to para 44 of the case diary, where it has been shown that I voluntarily surrendered in the law abiding citizen. I never tried to run. Before that, notices was also issued to me. I had given all the reply for section 35 on subclause 3 of the BNS. Now it should come to Annexure 6, 13/5/25. It is a legal notice which was sent to Vaishali Kumari.
Vaishali Kumari is who?
The informant.
The victim.
The
victim informant.
Yeah, victim informant. Where the petitioner had claimed that she has taken some belongings from the flat of Karma. And this reply was given, it is in the running page 44, and it's at 7/30/6/25. Kindly note the date of register because this
is an advocate's notice.
Yeah, and this reply was given
Very
after.
good, we have heard you enough.
No, register, one more thing.
How does that make a difference? We have a marriage and without marriage, the situation is absolutely different.
Sorry.
Marriage and without marriage, the situation is absolutely different.
But no, register, I don't have.
You married her?
I married her. And the abortion and the 89 which she is claiming a register, that was prior to the marriage. And there is no such claim of the petitioner of the informant that she was being conceived also and then she was being aborted also. Because there are 16 charge sheet witnesses are registered, 2 has been examined, where both of them are stating that all the things, all the material which they are saying, it is according to the information which the informant has given to the charge sheet witness. One of the charge sheet witnesses is there, where I asked you to mark on 30/1/25. If you will kindly see the case diary. It's शंभू तिवारी, where he states कि शादी के बाद लड़की को कभी घर में देखा ही नहीं, मतलब अमित के घर पे या उसके परिवार के घर पे उन्होंने कभी देखा ही नहीं. This whole case is a counter case of leadership and she has just filed this case with the intention to extort the money and cash the
Para 95 of the case diary, there is one mark in the chest and back side of the body of the victim. I have annexed also photograph of the
Para 70?
Para 95 of the case diary. Inference, on the basis of above clinical, pathological, radiological and provided document that on external examination, multiple field marks of burn on the back and front of breast was seen, suggestive of within 3-4 months. As per document provided, urine SCP test was positive in January.
The document which he stopped.
As per history, abortion was done by taking pills in January 2025. And this supports the photograph which has been filed by the counter, with the counter.
The document of
And section 89 said about lifetime imprisonment.
Lots of leadership, the document which is talking about that these documents are from the private doctors. They have not been really examined.
They will be examined.
No, leadership, they don't have any local stand because one of the doctor is not also holding as a position of doctor.
That's right. Heard the learned counsels appearing on behalf.
And leadership, if you will see the rejoinder of my counter affidavit.
I've heard you enough. We are not.
Leadership, can you see the rejoinder of the counter affidavit? I just try to show the conduct of the informant, which is very important in this case. So that's why I'm just trying to show.
Conduct means?
Conduct
What
means.
conduct? She is a. Let's see that she is not a person of good character. But you married her. You married her. Once you marry a lady, she becomes a good character.
Ladyship had just married her because she was blackmailing him that if I won't marry her, she will also frame me under the section 376.
That's right.
And I've annexed the several photographs of the informant where she is in a compromised position with other men.
That's right.
Charges have been framed by ladyship. There are 16 charge sheet witnesses. It will take time. So
It will not take time. You are in the wrong notion that it will take time.
but your ladyship, I
Or
don't
the-
have any criminal antecedent.
You need an antecedent for this.
Ladyship, because this whole case is a vague case.
That's right.
And she is filing cases on
When
cases
was
on
the last
any other
witness
court.
examined?
The contact
When was
which
the last witness examined?
10th April.
10th.
And no material or evidence has been
Has
collected.
come up so far.
Yeah. And one of the witnesses is the mother of the victim. which we are talking about.
Now please have a seat. I've heard you. Please have a seat.
No evidence.
नहीं आप बैठे क्योंकि खड़े होने से बोलने का मन करता है
नहीं, ऐसा
इससे
नहीं
बैठे Heard the learned counsel appearing on behalf of the parties. The learned counsel for the petitioner has submitted that the petitioner, though the husband of the victim has been falsely implicated in this case, he has submitted that the victim is a person who is in the habit of filing false cases, and in order to demonstrate this, he has referred to the bail order passed in BA number 11738 of 2020 in the case of one Bhavesh Kumar Jha, where he submits that the victim is the same lady and the case under section 323, 376, 504 and 506 was registered at her instance. However, said Bhavesh Kumar Jha has been enlarged on bail by this court. The learned counsel has further submitted that a petition for declaring the marriage as nullity has been filed in the civil court on 15/4/2025, and the case was filed by the petitioner on 16/5/2025. The learned counsel has further submitted that the reason why the petitioner married the victim was that the victim was blackmailing the petitioner that she would institute a criminal case against him. He has further submitted that the entire allegation leveled against the petitioner is false, and 2 of the witnesses out of 16 who have been examined so far, lastly on 10/4/2026, including the mother of the victim, has not supported the prosecution case. They have been hostile. However, the witnesses were not turned hostile, but were not declared hostile. You have put the evidences on record?
No evidence, but
He has further submitted that the deposition of those witnesses have not been placed on record in this case. He has further submitted that there are altogether 16 charge-sheeted witnesses and the trial may take quite some time. Anything else? Have I left anything else? That's all. The learned counsel for the opposite party has opposed the prayer and has referred to the counter affidavit to submit that the victim suffered multiple injuries, burn injuries, and the injuries were within 3 months from her examination. He has also submitted that, as per the allegation, the victim was subjected to forceful abortion prior to marriage, and there is a demand of money by the petitioner, and the victim was also forced to undertake physical relationship with other friends of the petitioner who used to be invited at home. The learned counsel has submitted that the petitioner may not be enlarged on bail. To this, counsel for the petitioner has submitted that the medical reports and photographs which has been annexed along with the counter affidavit is that of a private doctor, and the same has no relevance in the matter. After hearing the learned counsel for the parties and considering the serious nature of allegation as made against the petitioner, who is admittedly the husband of the victim, and also the fact that the trial is in progress and 2 witnesses have been examined till 10/4/26. What is the next date?
30th of April.
And as submitted by the counsel for the petitioner, the next date is 30/4/2026. 20. 20 तारीख.
Yes.
This court is not inclined to enlarge the petitioner on bail. So far as the bail of Bhavesh Kumar Jha is concerned, the same is in relation to another case said to have been instituted by the victim, and merely because the victim has lodged a case against another case against him, the same also has no bearing in this case, in view of the fact that admittedly the petitioner was married to the victim. However, the state is directed to ensure that the witnesses are promptly produced before the court. The learned counsel for the state is directed to communicate this order to the Director of Prosecution and SP of the concerned.
If some kind of a stipulated period of time shall be granted for the expedite of the trial.
If they do not produce the witnesses, you come again. आप है ना? Communicate कर दीजिए. कहाँ का है?
जब से जमशेदपुर
Item 40, DA.18.04.2026.
At the request of the counsel for the petitioner. Yes, counter or press?
No, counter has not been filed. I am appearing on behalf of the OP.
Okay. Your diary is there. This is FOXO. Age?
15 years and the petition is 25 years. Out of 12 charge sheeted witnesses, 6 have already been examined, including the victim.
Out of 12?
6 have been examined. And today is the date fixed for the 7th.
At the request of the counsel for the petitioner, post this case, on Tuesday in the supplementary cause list. However, the learned counsel for the informant
Yes, informant.
has submitted that out of 12 charge sheeted witnesses, 6 have already, been examined.
Item 41, DA.18.26 of 2026.
Case under section 69, 89, 70, 71, 39. इसमें लॉजिक नहीं एक्यूज है देखिए 21
Page number
21
21. Yes.
इसको एक्यूज है इनका भी हो गया है
आप कौन? You are the co-accused. ये co-accused का बेल हुआ है?
नहीं यही सोल एक्यूज और एक्यूज था
आप co-accused हैं? FIR पढ़ी? FIR
under section 69, 89, 70.
How are you related to the victim?
हम डॉक्टर से दोस्त
Friend.
Friend of the co-accused.
Friend of the co-accused.
शिवानी शर्मा ने
Are you named in the FIR?
No.
केस डायरी तो देखना पड़ेगा ना।
केस डायरी
कहाँ है? Where is the case diary? And what material has come against him?
Your Worship, production comes in the list of a pen drive, which is given by the victim. Under paragraph 15 of the supplementary case diary, it shows that in that pen drive, there is telephonic talk between this petitioner and victim, in which this petitioner has threatened her to marry co-accused, that is the person who has been granted bail, and not to lodge a case against that person. A threatening has been given by this person.
तो जो मेन है उसका तो हो ही गया बेल।
जी।
The video, objectionable video has been recovered.
It has not been recovered.
Not been recovered.
No, husband of this victim, he has stated in paragraph 73 that he did not receive any video, but he has received an audio clip also. किसी ने नहीं अश्लील फोटो वीडियो किसी ने नहीं भेजा है, बल्कि कुछ दिन पूर्व कुछ लोगों ने उनकी पत्नी शेफाली बीवी एवं किसी व्यक्ति के बीच मोबाइल के माध्यम से बातचीत का ऑडियो रिकॉर्डिंग भेजा।
Just a minute. BA number 1826 of 2026. For the learned counsel appealing on behalf of the parties, the learned counsel for the petitioner submits that the petitioner has been falsely implicated in this case, and named co-accused has been enlarged on bail by a coordinate bench in BA number 9520 of 2025 by the order dated 30/10/2025. And the co-accused is alleged to have established physical relationship with the victim, who is a major lady, and later on the co-accused refused to marry her. The learned counsel submits that there is no cogent material connecting the petitioner with the alleged offence. The learned counsel for the state, while opposing the prayer, has referred to the counter affidavit and has submitted that in para 7 of the supplementary case diary, the petitioner and the victim were found to have telephonically in touch with each other on 15/7/25 and 17/7/25. And as per production cum seizure list of pen drive by victim, in which petitioner had threatened her to marry the co-accused, namely Minu Sheikh, and not to lodge a case against the co-accused. After hearing the learned counsel for the parties and considering the aforesaid facts and circumstances, and the male accused namely Minu Sheikh having been granted on bail, has been granted bail by coordinate bench of this court, the petitioner is directed to be enacted on bail.
Item 42 DA.18.03 of 2026.
Instant FIR is issued under section 69 of Bharatiya न्याय संहिता. Page number 13 is the FIR. Page number 13. So detailed report of the involved.
Read it please.
Manos. सेवा में सचिन सच शादी का झांसा देकर मेरा घर आकर शारीरिक संबंध बनाना तथा शादी करने से इनकार करने के संबंध में महाशय सविनय निवेदन है कि मैं सचिन सच उम्र 24 वर्ष पिता सचिन सच थाना सचिन सच की हूँ। विगत 1 वर्ष पूर्व मुझे अनजान नंबर सचिन सच से फोन आया और हम दोनों की बातचीत होने लगी। इस तरह से मुझे कई दिनों तक फोन करने लगे। फिर मैंने कहा आप कहाँ से हो और आपका नाम क्या है? उसने अपना नाम सचिन सच पिटिशनर बताया और बोला साहेबगंज में रहते हैं। इस तरह मैं भी अपना नाम पता बताया। फिर हम दोनों के बीच में प्रेम हो गया और शादी करने को कहने लगे और जहां तहां बुलाकर मेरे साथ शारीरिक संबंध बनाता रहा तथा मेरे घर आने जाने लगा। दिनांक सचिन सच को समय सचिन सच बजे रात को उपरोक्त लड़का मेरे घर आया और कहने लगा तुमको कल अपना घर ले जाएंगे।
क्या बोलना है?
शादी का झांसा देके मुझसे संबंध बनाया है इन्होंने। 1 साल से ये मेरे घर आ रहे थे, मेरे घर रह भी रहे थे, कुछ दिन रुके भी, और ये ना हमेशा इन्होंने बोला कि मेरा जॉब लग जाएगा, ट्रेनिंग कंप्लीट कर आएंगे तो तुमसे हम शादी करेंगे। जब शादी का घर वाले बोलने लगे तो ये फिर शादी
आपके घर में ही आता था?
ये घर पे भी आता था, नौशा बाहर भी।
That's right. Absolutely consented. आपको होश नहीं?
कंसेंट था लॉर्डशिप, शादी का प्रॉमिस करके कंसेंट था लॉर्डशिप। जब वो फिर मुकर
एक प्यार हो गया उसके बाद शारीरिक संबंध बन गया। केस फॉर बेल। आपको क्या बोलना है? Or the learned counsel is appearing on behalf of the parties. The learned counsel for the petitioner has placed the FIR and has submitted that as per the FIR itself, the informant victim developed love relationship with the petitioner, and it is alleged that in the pretext of marriage, repeated physical relationship was established, and on numerous occasions the physical relationship was established at the residence of the victim. The learned counsel submits that the petitioner has been falsely implicated in this case. The victim is a major aged 24 years and the petitioner is in custody since
30/11/25.
30/11/2025. The learned counsel for the opposite party has opposed the pair and has submitted that in false pretext of marriage, the petitioner has developed physical relationship with the victim. However, the other submissions made by the counsel for the petitioner is not in dispute. एज डिस्प्यूट में नहीं है, घर में इंसिडेंट हुआ है ये भी डिस्प्यूट में नहीं है, करेक्ट?
ये लोग बाहर भी मिलते रहे हमेशा ये
She has also submitted that they have, the petitioner and the victim have been meeting each other even outside home. But ultimately the petitioner blocked the phone and the case was lodged. After hearing the learned counsel for the parties and after considering the manner in which the offence is alleged to have been committed, and particularly as per the FIR itself, the petitioner, the victim developed love relationship with the petitioner, and considering the custody, charge sheet has been submitted?
Yes, but charge sheet has been
And
submitted.
considering the fact that charge sheet has already been submitted, the petitioner is directed to be enlarged on bail.
Item 43, BA 1944 of 2026.
Rejection order is at page 29 and except 2 years.
What is the stage of the case?
What of that you one and on the last occasion, 4 witnesses been examined. On the last occasion also, the stage of trial was also.
What is the stage of trial?
4 witnesses have been examined and I have exposed the order all the depositions of 4 witnesses and today also date is fixed for evidence.
4 out of how many witnesses?
21. Charges have been framed on 23, 125. Even after more than a year, only 4 witnesses have been examined.
Custody?
It is in custody since 2/9/24 years. 1.5 years.
Offences under section 103.
Yes.
And on your confession, the
Remaining dead part of the body has been recovered. At the time of lodging of FIR, head was recovered without trial.
we can expedite the
Yes.
trial. Heard the learned counsel appearing on behalf of the parties. The bail application of the petition was rejected earlier in BA number 1202 of 2025 by order dated 13/2025. After recording that, during course of investigation, the petitioner was apprehended and on his confession, the remaining body of the deceased was recovered. The learned counsel has submitted that the petitioner is in custody since 2/9/24 and the charge was framed on 23/1/2025, but still the trial has not been concluded. He submits that out of 4 charge sheeted witnesses, out of 21 charge sheeted witnesses, only 4 have been examined. The learned counsel for the state has opposed the prayer and has submitted that there is serious allegation against the petitioner and he may not be enlarged on bail. However, the trial can be expedited. After hearing the counsel for the parties and considering the fact that the bail application was rejected on merits earlier and there are serious allegations against the petitioner, this court is not inclined to enlarge the petitioner on bail. However, so far as the remaining witnesses are concerned, the state is directed to ensure that the witnesses are promptly produced before the court so that the trial is taken to a logical end. The counsel for the state is directed to communicate this order to the Director of Prosecution and Superintendent of Police of the concerned district.
Item 44, BA 2060/2026.
One zero?
3 of Lordship corresponding to 3. Lordship made me fixed for Monday of Lordship.
I could request for the counsel for the petition for this case.
Item 45, DA.18.04.2026.
The allegation is that informant's daughter, she was in talking terms with the petitioner, and they were in talking terms through social media, that is Instagram, and thereafter both the parties eloped together, and they eloped together on 28/12/2025, and subsequently both of them returned back, and both of them got their marriage solemnized on 5/1/2026.
What is the age of the victim?
Not date.
Age of the victim.
But according to the FIR, age of the victim is 70 years. But both of them have married together, to that effect is annexure 2. But they are
They are living together. Are you for the informant? They are living together.
But what happened after returning back, we have married together on 5th. And thereafter, immediately on 11th, since the FIR was not, I was arrested. Otherwise, the parties are now wife and husband. They are wanting to live together like wife and husband. There is no allegation. To that effect, there is a counter affidavit also. And this marriage has been solemnized in the midst and in the presence of all the relatives and the well-wishers of both the families.
You have filed a contract?
Right.
You have filed a contract?
No criminal antecedent, I have stated.
Or the learned counsel appearing on behalf of the parties. The learned counsel for the petitioner submits that as per the FIR, the victim aged 17 years eloped with the petitioner. The date of incident is 28/12/25, and ultimately both of them they came back and marriage was performed on 5/1/2026. He submits that the petitioner is in custody since
11/1/2026.
Since 11/1/2026. And the FIR was instituted on?
But prior to my marriage, on 29/12/2025.
The FIR was instituted on 29/12/2025 as the girl was found missing.
By the mother of the
By the mother of the victim. The counsel for the informant, who is the father of the victim. Father of the victim? Mother of the victim. Submits that the marriage was solemnized and the informant has no objection if the petitioner is enlarged on bail, so that the petitioner and the victim may enjoy the conjugal life. After hearing the learned counsel for the parties and considering the aforesaid facts and circumstances, and particularly the fact that the informant also does not have any objection so far as prayer for bail is concerned, and as per the informant also the marriage was ultimately solemnized between the petitioner and the victim aged said to be 17 years. The petitioner is entitled to the enlargement bail.
Item 46, DA.2.524/2026.
Age?
Age 19 years.
Who is the informant? Victim is the informant. The state is directed to serve notice upon the.
On behalf of informant, I मेरे वकालतनामा today in the morning was sent.
You have received instructions? Or
Yes,
you?
Your Worship. The matter has been solemnized with the petitioner and informed.
Have you also stated that marriage?
So it's may kindly say addition to the girl herself had filed a petition in the court, my lords, stating that they want to live together.
And it should be page number?
41.
40. For the learned counsels appearing on behalf of the parties, the learned counsel for the petitioner submits that, as per the allegation, is it interreligious marriage?
No, my lords, samsali है दोनों हैं.
For the learned counsels appearing on behalf of the parties, the learned counsel for the petitioner submits that the victim, aged 19 years, made allegation in the FIR that she was raped on the pretext of marriage. He has further submitted that the age of the petitioner is
Petitioner is 20.
age of the petitioner is 25 years, and the victim herself had filed a petition before the learned court that marriage has been solemnized between the victim and the petitioner. The learned counsel for the victim has appeared and has submitted that the marriage has been solemnized, and the victim has no objection if the petitioner is enlarged on bail. After hearing the learned counsel for the parties, आपका कब से कस्टडी में है?
18/10/2000.
To this counsel for the petitioner submits that the petitioner is in custody since 18/10/25. After hearing the learned counsel for the parties and considering the aforesaid facts and circumstances, the victim being major and marriage having been solemnized as claimed by the petitioner and not disputed by the learned counsel for the informant, the petitioner is directed to be enlarged on bail. You have filed your wakalatnama, madam?
Yes, the morning itself because she has come yesterday. सुबह फाइल करवा दिया.
उसने करवाया.
वकालतनामा फाइल करवा दिया सुबह में. She had come to the office yesterday.
आपकी जूनियर है?
नहीं, मेरे लिए तो उधर है.
Item 47 BA 2546 of 2026.
ऐसा नए नए लोग बच्चों के साथ हो जाता है, पता है ना? Everybody has gone through all this.
The paragraph has been registered under section 111 2B, 115 and 117 of the BNS. The allegations are with respect to snatching of a gold chain.
You had moved earlier. Is there any?
Yeah, that is the. Before getting into the merits, this has been dismissed twice.
Tied up. Withdraw भी हो जाता tied up.
That too by two different benches.
Then also it is tied up. उनको जहाँ से मानो अपना करेंगे.
Item 48 BA 26 18.04.5 of 2026.
इसमें ना दो अलग अलग बेंचेस का है, वो ऑर्डर लिखाना होगा, 2 डिफरेंट बेंचेस, इसमें विड्रॉल है इसमें। तो ये ऑर्डर लेके आएंगे मेरे पास फाइल। Yes, please.
Case of gang rape, but there is absolutely no allegation so far as this petitioner is concerned. But the principal accused of this case is one Susain Machua Manoj Pura.
This is a case of gang rape. Yes. Were you present? Were you present?
No, my name is not in the FIR.
Not
and
named.
according to the victim, Lord, I am not named. And Lord, I have not read the entire case diary, Lord, today itself, right from para 1 to 202. Lord, no test identification parade has been conducted. I have not been identified by the victim in any of the paragraph of the case diary. Only my name has come on the basis of the confessional statement of who accused Manoj Pura. Save and accept confession, Lord, there is nothing at all, Lord, in the whole of the case diary, so far as Lord, this petitioner is concerned. And Lord, I have taken a specific plea in my petition also, Lord, in paragraph number 17, that the police has already submitted charge sheet in this case without conducting CIT.
आपने काउंटर फाइल किया?
No.
The learned counsel for the petition has submitted that except confession statement of co-accused, there is nothing against the petitioner. Although it's a case of gang rape, the petitioner has not even been put on the TID. The counsel for the state is directed to file a counter affidavit, placing on record the materials collected against the petitioner. तब तक फाइल करेंगे 6 को रख देंगे, post on 6.
Item 49 DT.18.04.2026 of 2026.
The allegation is with respect to preparing the Aadhaar card.
Preparing Aadhaar card.
Let's please kindly see page 16, that is the FIR.
Page 16. Forged Aadhaar card.
It has been stated that the forged Aadhaar cards were prepared. Mera case is very simple, that I was there to prepare Aadhaar cards for the local. This shop belongs to Monu Kumar Chaudhary Manoj, that is there. हम बस वहाँ पर बैठे हुए थे, हम आधार कार्ड प्रिपेयर कराने गए थे, बट नॉट फोर्ज, बिकॉज
कराने गए थे अपना?
नहीं, लोकल स्टेट वहाँ के।
आप क्यों जाइएगा? आधार कार्ड कराने जिसका है वो
लोग भी थे वहाँ, लेकिन हम वहाँ पर बैठे हुए थे उस दुकान में बस। उक्त सूचना के सत्यता जांच हेतु मेरे द्वारा अपना स्वयं अनधिकृत रूप से आधार का कार्य मोनू कुमार चौधरी के ग्राहक सेवा केंद्र बैंक ऑफ इंडिया सोती चौकी 1600 हनुमान के समीप पहुंचकर जांच की। उस स्थान पर पहुंचा तो एक व्यक्ति को आधार बनाने वाली मशीन के पास बैठा पाया। उसका नाम पूछने पर उन्होंने राधे गौरव बताया, दैट इज द पिटिशन। तथा दुकान में मौजूद एक व्यक्ति का नाम पूछने पर अपना नाम मोनू कुमार चौधरी बताया। ही इज द ओनर ऑफ द शॉप। ये अपना ग्राहक सेवा केंद्र चलाते हैं। जब उनसे आधार संबंधित कागजात की मांग की गई तो उनके द्वारा किसी प्रकार का वैध कागजात प्रस्तुत किया। दिस इज द एंटायर। तदुपरांत जीवाबाड़ी थाना 1600 को सूचना दी गई एवं थाना स्तर से दोनों को आवश्यक पूछताछ हेतु एक लैपटॉप, एक स्लैब स्कैनर, आईरिस, एक पेन स्कैनर।
तो इट वाज नॉट आधार केंद्र एट ऑल।
लॉर्ड्स
क्या चल रहा?
अनऑथराइज्ड
आधार केंद्र।
बट लॉर्डशिप पूरा आया, पारा 18 में देख लिया डायरी का पूरा पढ़ दे रहे, पूरा इनका डिटेल आया क्या कर। माननीय मुख्य न्याय दंडाधिकारी महोदय साहब से प्राप्त आदेश के आलोक में मेरे समक्ष यूआईडी आर रांची के सेक्शन ऑफिसर अनिल कुमार सिंह और उनके टीम के सदस्यों के द्वारा दोनों अभियुक्तों से लिखित सहमति पत्र प्राप्त कर कांड में जब्त किए गए लैपटॉप, मोबाइल और अन्य संबंधित कागजातों की जांच एवं एनालिसिस की गई थे। जांच के क्रम में अभियुक्तों की आवश्यक पूछताछ की। पूछताछ के क्रम में यह बात प्रकाश में आई कि फर्जी आधार कार्ड बनाने के लिए मोनू चौधरी का सोती चौकी पांगडो स्थित बैंक ऑफ इंडिया के ग्राहक सेवा केंद्र का उपयोग किया जा रहा था, जिसमें मोनू चौधरी ग्राहक को बुलाया करते थे। राजदेव उराम किसी शिवम नामक व्यक्ति की मदद से सुदेश बासुमतारी का ऑपरेटर आईडी का उपयोग कर अनधिकृत रूप से आधार इनरोलमेंट एवं अपडेट किया करते थे। डेटी पिटीशन
सोसाइटी के बारे में
नीचे पूरा आया 107 का इनरोलमेंट के 107 का इनरोल हुआ है इसमें और सब का 255 का इफेक्ट इन लोग आईडी पर अपडेट करते थे।
Because now what will be there before your lordship? Because there is no person who has come forward to say anything against me. It is their case. It is the case entirely of the prosecution. There is no person who has alleged anything against me. मेरे अगेंस्ट किसी विक्टिम का तो कुछ होना चाहिए that I have done something wrong. ये तो वहाँ पर डॉक्यूमेंट्स मिले हैं, that is their admitted case कि वहाँ पर मिले हैं।
फेक आईडी है तो इसमें क्या ही होगा? आदमी भी कहाँ से मिलेगा?
That is their case कि वहाँ पर मतलब
आदमी भी कहाँ से मिलेगा? फेक फेक है ना, आदमी कहाँ से मिलेगा? नहीं मिलेगा।
ये entirely fake नहीं है। What I am trying to say मतलब कि
अब आपको क्या रिलीफ दे सकते हैं इसके बारे में बताइए।
हेलो।
अब आपको क्या रिलीफ मिल सकता है इसके बारे में बताइए। बेल तो नहीं मिलेगा। Third, the learned counsel is appealing on behalf of the parties. The learned counsel for the petitioner submits that the petitioner has been falsely implicated in this case, merely because he was found in the shop of the co-accused, namely Monu Kumar Chaudhary. And it is alleged that forged the fake Aadhaar cards were being generated in the said shop. The learned counsel for the state has opposed the prayer and has referred to paragraph number 18 of the case diary and has submitted that the entire modus operandi was being operated by the petitioner and the shop of Monu Kumar was not even a shop allocated for purposes of creation of Aadhaar ID. After hearing the learned counsel for the parties and considering the serious nature of allegation against the petitioner and the materials collected during investigation, this court is not inclined to enlarge the petition on bail constitution.
What they are saying is that these are the forged Aadhaar cards. Now, why will I use these many machines then? There has to be a person जिसका Aadhaar card बना होगा. There is no person who has come forward.
Item 50, DA.18.04.2026. of 2026.
Yes, petition.
Either under section 316 and 318 of the BNS 406 and 420 of it. As per FIR, there is a transaction of 65,000 in the account of the informant. Page 14, please, page 14.
Read the FIR.
महाशय अज्ञात व्यक्ति के द्वारा मेरे साथ धोखाधड़ी करने पर प्राथमिकी दर्ज करने के संबंध में मैं कमर आलम सुरेंद्र दिनांक 30/3/25 दिन रविवार को अपने दोस्त आलम के साथ अपने एसबीआई बैंक का खाता संख्या एटीएम के मशीन में कैश पैसा डालने पहले ऐसे बैंक के साथ ही हम मकान वाले एटीएम में पैसा डालने गए थे, लेकिन वहाँ का एटीएम काम नहीं कर रहा था। तब मैं अपने दोस्त के साथ किताब दुकान लाइन में एसबीआई एटीएम में आया, लेकिन वहाँ भी लिंक फेल होने के कारण
एटीएम काम नहीं कर रहा था। जब हम दोनों वहाँ से निकल रहे थे तब वहाँ से एक आदमी आया और बोला कि अगर आप लोगों को ज़रूरी है तो हमको कैश पैसा दे दीजिए, हम आपको गूगल पे में डाल देंगे। दैट इज इट। एंड देयरआफ्टर कहते हैं कि हम दोनों पर भरोसा कर लिए और उसने अपने भीम ऐप वगैरह से मेरे गूगल पे में 65,000 रुपया डाल दिया, जिसका गूगल ट्रांजेक्शन स्वयं है। फिर हम लोग उसे कैश पैसा दिए। फिर हम लोग वहाँ से चले आए। उसी दिन शाम को मैंने 65,000 अपने दोस्त शमशाद की पत्नी नजमुल निसाब रूबी इंटरप्राइजेज के माध्यम से बैंक अकाउंट को देते गए। बाद में अदर ट्रांजेक्शन लॉस हो गया।
तो उसके बाद जो है सारा बैंक अकाउंट खाली होते चला गया।
फ्रीज कर दिया गया दैट अकाउंट में। आई एम इन कस्टडी माय लॉर्ड सिंस 11-12।
तो आपके अकाउंट से रिकवरी हो गया ना पैसा?
मेरे अकाउंट से नहीं, हाँ तो उनको 65,000 I have as per allegation. One unknown
You paid,
person,
you took 65,000 cash.
I have received 65,000 cash.
And debited?
Unknown person received the 65,000 cash and transferred the money from the UPI to the account of the informant.
Right. And then this money and further money was deducted.
No.
It is only 65,000 which was deducted.
65,000 I have, as per allegation, unknown person transferred the money in the account of the informant. And informant transferred the money to another person, and got all accounts finished by the. So there is for that purpose. I am in custody since
Counsel for the state. आप counter affidavit file करिए. Counsel for the state is directed to file a counter affidavit in this case, along with the criminal antecedent report of the petitioner. Case diary आया हुआ है. Counter file करिए. How do you link the petitioner? Post on 6th May.
Under heading for hearing, item 51, first appeal level 1-2 of 2026.
In this case, I can't prepare myself because I don't have the LCR. So I'm only praying for 2 weeks time, but 8 minutes case was, and LCR was, I'll take that LCR and February was over my mail ready.
आपको करना ही नहीं है तो
I'm ready, but I could not prepare because lot of exhibit documents are there.
This order was passed on 12/2/26.
Yes.
Did you ever ask the court that you want
LCR was not there.
LCR तो सारा पेनड्राइव में मिलता है. LCR तो आगे आपको खुद ही नहीं पता, सिर्फ टाइम लेने के लिए आपको. You are not interested in anything.
For final disposal,
कोई बात नहीं. I will not fix it for final disposal. You are not interested. आराम से आएगा. 10-20 साल बाद तब करिएगा. No, you are not interested. It reflects that you are not interested. But there is no difficulty. You cannot say this to this court. We provide you everything. सब स्कैन कॉपी आता है, आपको कुछ खोज ही नहीं रहता. 18/3 को यहाँ पे LCR रिसीव हो चुका है.
Only for a prison once time granted, it takes the final disposal. Assist your worship. I've gone through the brief, there are a lot of documents which are exhibited by the petitioner, plaintiff, and the defendants also. So for that, on that part,
Notice is complete, otherwise.
No, state and PCCL is only there. There is no private party. So it was admitted and nobody was reported.
The records from the concerned court have already been received. The learned counsel for the appellant seeks adjournment for preparing himself in this case. The case has already been admitted. Post this case on 14th of December under Appellate. अपने आएगा ये, अपने कर लीजिए.